From Linguist Rising, and I just wanted to talk really quickly about why it's awesome to journal in your target language when studying a language. For me, it's been one thing to watch content in another language or to have ChatGPT or Gemini translate and then look up the words, but when you write by hand specifically, it puts, people say things like it hardwires into your brain, but really though, the things you're studying are more permanently in your memory, and because of that, it's like the mind-muscle connection. If you ever get into weightlifting or bodybuilding, you'll hear about that. It's not the same thing. It's not muscle memory per se, but by physically taking part in something, it's more, and you're more invested in it, and it's more permanently a part of your consciousness and memory. I'm working on my language challenge tonight, and one of the objectives is to do something mindful. Things I'm going to do is study straight out of the textbook and flashcards, and then write something with my Spanish. I have some Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 classes starting the next couple weeks. I have Arabic courses, I think starting next week, I believe. And then I have various possibilities for Italian, which I have the easiest time accessing Italian courses. But I do need to step up my studying game, and I also need to make it part of my life. For journaling, grab a notebook or like a diary or a journal, a pen, a pencil, whatever works for you. Even if it's only like 3 lines, write something every day in your target language. My suggestion too would be to grab a language dictionary, but if not, use computers or the AIs to translate for you, because that's all part of the process to help you better remember and just better learn the language you're studying. Because our goal isn't just to play and use an app and say we did. The goal is fluency or conversational proficiency, understanding the why and the what behind language learning. And we're going to talk about journaling in your target language. This is a continuation from yesterday. We're going to talk about why. Journaling in your target language will help commit the language you are studying, and specifically the words and grammar that you're learning, to your memory much faster than simply reading to yourself. I have noticed a lot of people tend to read to themselves when they're studying a language, and they're like, yeah, I got it, I know this. And then when you attempt to go speak to a native speaker, you're just lost, especially with the tone and the pace and the little inflections and subtle things that it's hard to pick up from just reading words off a page or using an app. By handwriting, typing is better than nothing, but 100% by handwriting 3 or 4 sentences every day about something important to you and looking up the words, it will help you pick up the language faster. Then you might also find your creative juices start to flow, and you enjoy expressing yourself, and you might find you express yourself in a different way depending on the language you're studying. You may express yourself one way in Spanish, one way in Italian, one way in English or your native language. It's also a lot of fun and good for mental health to journal. Write about whatever you want, your job, your goals, your language learning, your family, whatever it might be, struggles. And so in that way, you're improving your language skills, expressing yourself, improving your overall health, and just getting better at the language you're studying, which is a pretty exciting feeling of accomplishment. You'll be able to look back and see where you started and then see where you get to. So my tip for today on Linguist Rising is start journaling in your target language. Comment below if you do, and let me know what the experience has been like for you.